Hey, what's up, folks? This is Jesse with Keeping It Real Finance, the channel that always has your back and tells it like it is. Today's video is going to be all about Reef. I'm not sure if you've heard about Reef yet, but this is a DeFi ecosystem that's built on top of Polkadot. They have been making some big news lately with big partnerships. They've got a lot going on in this project, and they may have a huge update coming this month, so I figured this could be a very opportune time to talk about Reef today, just like I talked about Telcoin the other day, right? So, as always, I'm going to be giving you a thorough review on Reef, on what this project is all about. I'll let you know who the founder or founders are and where we think this project could be headed by year-end 2021. So stick around for that. There should be tons of great information in this video if you're interested in Reef, or if you've maybe heard about it just kind of like I did, but haven't really had a chance to research it yet, all right? So as always, make sure to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you end up clicking the bell, you'll be made aware whenever I post time-sensitive content just like this. And now, let's get it going. So what is Reef? Well, Reef is a cross-chain DeFi ecosystem that's built on Polkadot and is also backwards compatible with Ethereum. They refer to it as DeFi made easy, all right? Now, basically Reef is a smart chain contracts blockchain that is backwards compatible with the Ethereum virtual machine and Solidity programming language. And for those who don't know, all of this was the creation of Dr. Gavin Wood. He is also the creator of Polkadot, okay? Now, most notable is the on-chain governance and low transaction or gas fees. So, how does it work? Well, users access DeFi liquidity across blockchains as Reef integrates with Ethereum, Polkadot, Avalanche, Cosmos, the Binance Smart Chain, and others, which I'll be mentioning shortly. Now, the sales pitch is that Reef is fast, scalable, and has no transaction fees or low transaction fees. So there's no mining. It's built with Polkadot substrate and comes with on-chain governance. So we have Solidity, port your existing DeFi apps from Ethereum to Reef chain without modifying code. We've got Liquidity Bridge, wrap existing DeFi assets and transfer liquidity from Ethereum to Reef. We have Reef Staking, where you can earn APY on your tokens. And we have Governance, which is community governed. Now, the model is nominated proof of stake, meaning that the validators are nominated. Now, upgradability, Reef is self-upgradable through the community-elected technical council. Fee burn, Reef incentivizes technological progress for scalability by removing fee market politics. Governance rewards, so stake tokens and earn for participating in governance. Now, users can create your own Reef 20 tokens or port existing tokens into Reef chain, wrap existing tokens and transfer ETH to Reef chain, trade any Reef 20 asset on decentralized exchanges, hedge against volatility and interest on your stablecoin holdings, and those who have a Binance Smart Chain wallet can also invest in Reef bonds, where users can stake one asset while farming tokens of another. So in terms of roadmap, Reef accomplished quite a few items in Q1, including the following: a Reef chain testnet 1, Ethereum deployment V1 release, Yield Engine V1, amongst other things. Now, per Q2, the following outlined items stand out for me. Testnet 2, proof of stake governance and Reef native staking. What this is alluding to, and they've also alluded to on Twitter, is that an even bigger takeaway here is the Reef mainnet will launch in May, okay? Now, we have the Reef debit card, Reef liquidity bridge, and pooling mechanism, which are all pretty big deals. Now, Reef has numerous partnerships, including DAFI protocol to integrate synthetic tokens for rewards. So in other words, it will help Reef by reducing quantity issuance and reducing scarcity, which protects the network from supply shocks and hyperinflation in times of decreased demand. We also have QuickSwap, the first to build on Reef, with to maximize high scalability and throughput and have minimal gas fees, right? We've got Aavegotchi, the first NFT partner, and here's the three that I was alluding to. We have Elrond, Tron, and Harmony One, which enables Reef users to access DeFi apps through Reef from any of those platforms, okay? Now, in terms of investors, the following companies are backing Reef. Obviously, Bitcoin.com is probably the main one that stands out to me. Now, for a little bit of controversy, so Reef and Alameda VC, who are behind FTX apparently, had a strategic partnership fall through. And what happened was Alameda was supposed to invest $80 million into Reef. In return, they would receive Reef tokens at a 20% discount for the purpose of building relationship with Radium and Serum on Solana. So this was all about doing a bridge essentially with Solana. Now, after only investing $20 million, Alameda immediately liquidated the tokens they received that they were supposed to be holding long-term as an investor. And Reef shows proof of this through the chain, right? They could see what happened, that they liquidated all the tokens they gave them, and then that made Reef nervous. So Reef did not move forward on the remaining $60 million worth of tokens, and Alameda went public and threatened to delist Reef from FTX as well as other centralized exchanges. So this thing went sour fast. So I think what happened was the venture capital firm invested, but then they wanted to recoup money right away. When they did that, that made Reef nervous, and then Reef wanted to get out of the deal. When they wanted to get out of the deal, then the venture capital firm went public about what happened, okay? So their side of the story is they didn't sell the tokens and that Reef reneged on the deal. Obviously, we can see through the chain analysis that, yes, they did sell the tokens, but it is true that Reef backed out of the deal, okay? So FTX then asked the community if Reef should be delisted because of a rug pull. Reef shared the story on Medium to raise awareness. You can find the whole article there on their Medium page. And here's the actual tweet where Reef referenced the partnership prior to everything falling through. So you can see here that Reef actually really wanted this partnership. And I don't think they have ever had any intention of having this fall through. But ultimately, that's sort of what happened. It kind of looks like a communication breakdown to me where the parties weren't clearly communicating with each other and then the whole thing just fell apart, right? Now, for a little background, Reef was followed by Danko Mancheski. So let's talk token. Now, as of the time of this recording, this is May 5th, 2021, Reef was ranked number 130 with a market cap of $503 million, with 12.6 billion or 63% of the total 20 billion tokens in circulation. Price as of this recording was at 0.03972 cents. Now, if we insert the chart here, you can see Reef started the year at 0.01385, meaning it has done roughly a 3x this year. Now, if we insert the zoomed out trading view chart here, you can see the main trend line that Reef is following should potentially spike upwards somewhere most likely between July and August. We can also see that if it follows the same support line, 0.084 cents is the floor at the end of the year, or roughly a 2.1x. Now, if there's one thing that I've learned, and I continue to learn on a daily basis in the crypto space, is that if a coin is just below 10 cents, it usually hits 10 cents because people want to see it happen, and it does on a regular basis. From there, if we get to an organic pump along with the release of the mainnet later this month, 20 to 25 cents could easily be in play. From there, once you get into those ranks, then you start kind of going by quarters. 25 cents, 50 cents, 75 cents, $1, right? And that's kind of where these things end up going. So my price prediction from here is that at the floor, at the very least, you could probably double your money. I think this one's going to double, okay? Now for a ceiling, 8x, I think that would be possible. Yes, I do. I don't see why not. So with the mainnet coming, now is the time to load up on Reef if you're packing a moon bag, okay? So kind of like Telcoin, this is one that I think it's still early enough that you could definitely make some headway with Reef. if there's anything I've learned about all of these DeFi ecosystems that come out on each chain, you know, such as Polkadot, Binance Smart Chain, etc., they always go up in value, and before you know it, there is just an absolute mountain of money that's in this thing. And so the way that they're bridging between all the different chains is awesome. So I see a ton of potential in Reef long term. This is one of those ones that right now, nobody really wants it, right? You know, some of the people were scared off. There's misinformation floating around with the Alameda VC issue. I get that. But I think long term, this one could go big time. So I'm putting that out there today. At the very least this year, I think you easily got a 2x. And then like I said, once we start moving up, you know, we're going to want to see 10 cents. If we could hit 10 cents, then we're going to want to see 25 cents. If we hit 25 cents, we're going to want to see $1. That's how it works in crypto. So I don't see why any of that wouldn't be possible as they continue to roll out more functions here with Reef in the immediate future, especially with the mainnet launching this month. So that's a big deal, all right? So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit the like button. Don't forget that I'm also on Twitter at KIR Finance, where I'm tweeting and retweeting on a regular basis. Make sure to follow me there, as I'm usually retweeting something interesting, or, you know, I do post a lot on charts and things like that, so there's opportunities that come up there. So keep an eye on that. And for a friendly reminder, this is Jesse with Keeping It Real Finance, the channel that always has your back and tells it like it is, and I will see you on the next one. Later.